So I found another Reddit post, you guys. r/am I overreacting? Probably not. Probably not. So let's have a look. Am I overreacting? I, 28 female, met 37 male on a dating app and we spoke for about 3 days, but I found a connection with someone else and he threatened me. Yeah, so I was speaking to him for about 3 days. He was aware I was talking to someone else too because I asked him how his app experience was and he asked me right back. I was meant to meet him today, but yesterday I cancelled and thank God I did. I know it was a little bit last minute, but he sent me these messages in response and I woke up this morning to a message from an American number. Should I be scared? Oh God. Okay, I've met somebody, we're talking and stuff, and then over the course of being on the dating app, I've talked to somebody else. I'm like, actually, I'm feeling a bit more of a connection over here. And it has only been 3 days, I suppose. So let's have a look at the text messages first, okay? Or WhatsApp, I think this is. So we still on for tomorrow, just wondering as I can make other plans. Hey blank, I'm so sorry I read your message when I was busy and I forgot to reply. I'm sorry. I found a connection with someone else, so I'm just going to see how that goes. It's probably not a good idea to meet tomorrow. I'm so sorry. I did enjoy talking to you and I hope your family get together was fun. And here comes the response. Haha, my total lack of surprise. Good luck. You know what? F you. Scummy little F talking to numerous guys on dating apps. So what are you doing then? Are you just... I suppose maybe he only got one person to respond or something? Isn't that what dating apps are for? Like dating apps themselves are where you're meeting multiple people and then, you know, you can go and talk elsewhere if you want to, and that's, you know, sort of maybe where you find out a little bit more about them. But even then, is it just really just one, realistically, is it just one person? I don't think so. Lining them up, faking connections with people, setting up dates and ruining people's weekends. Yeah, see, jump to the conclusion here that this is something that she does all of the time. I would hazard a guess maybe this is not the first time it's happened to him, maybe. I got your name and I got your details and you'll see something later. Twat. Little shitbag, F off, worthless trash. It's so easy to see in these correspondences. This one is just an example. There's thousands of examples, especially on Reddit, of course. But when people get triggered and like, come on, you guys, we've got to stop. Let's look at ourselves, sort ourselves out and stuff, and then try and get out there when we're a bit more complete and whole. It's so obvious that someone's just, I've had my feelings hurt, I'm immediately into defense mode, and I now have to either make you feel as bad as I feel in some kind of, you know, retaliation, or I have to share the load of how bad I feel. In this instance, it seems like he's gone for the former, right? Where it's just like, right, okay, let me find, I need to make myself feel as if you feel as bad as I feel, as you've made me feel. It doesn't actually even matter whether or not she is hurt by what he says. He just needs to feel that she's hurt by what he said, because that will make him feel somewhat better to know that somebody else is hurting as much as he is. Okay, let's have a look at what she said. Hey, there's no need to be rude. I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly. I was talking to you and someone else, and the other guy just lives closer, and so it was more convenient too. I don't appreciate the threat. I've tried to keep it respectful, but yikes, good luck to you. Yeah, I mean, that's a fair enough response or whatever, you know. I mean, I would have responded like, do you know what, mate? Yeah, that's not actually who I am. I don't agree with you. I have so many people in my life who obviously would not agree with those things, but in your position from that perspective, do you know what, cool, see you later, block, bye. Bye. And then he, oh wow, look at this down the bottom, F off, F off, F off, twat. I mean, he's just really, he's not taking it well, is he? You know, and I think in this, F off, F off, F off, like he's just having this, maybe it hasn't happened exactly this way, but this is, of course, this cannot be the first time that he's been rejected. This cannot be the first time that he has maybe had somebody decide to go off in a different direction or something like that. This F off, F off, F off is literally, I can see him type it, where's me on the phone? I can see him type it, F off, F off, you know, because he's in his head just like, I need to, it's reactionary. Let's have a look, because it's still going, I think there's more. Yo, you're a fat little F anyway. Always straight to the, you know, we're always just going for like appearances and stuff. It's like, oh, you're a little bit fat anyway, or it's like, oh yeah, well, you're losing your hair anyway, or you're going after somebody for like the most obvious superficial kind of things, and it's like, this is how you can tell you don't know this person. This is how I and people who are paying attention can tell that you, sir, don't actually even know this person. You don't know this woman. I mean, quite apart from the fact you've only been speaking for 3 days, when you are going after her and then immediately attacking her for the way that she looks, that's the only thing that you've got. The only thing that you've got to attack them on is the way that they look. It's the only thing that you actually know about them, and really the only thing that you probably care about at this point in the conversation, 3 days in. You can't even go after the person for like, yeah, well, you did this once upon a time, and yeah, well, remember this thing, and I know this about you, and yeah, well, your personality is this. You can't, because you don't know who they are at the core. So it kind of like, the fact that you're going the way that you're going, it probably wasn't right for you anyway. When that guy's done with you, you'll wish you had a chance with someone like me. Someone like me who calls you a fat little F and tells you to F off multiple times and loses his absolute shit when he doesn't get what he wants. They did have plans, didn't they? And it's not excusing or whatever, it's just I like to look at the human behaviour and the psychology aspect of it. This guy had spent maybe just the last 24 hours, maybe they'd already decided the day before, I think that's what she said. We decided maybe on the Friday or whatever to go out on the Saturday, as an example. And so he, had probably been like, I finally got a yes from someone, I finally got an acceptance, I finally got a date and stuff, and then to sort of have the rug pulled out from underneath his feet. This is not at all a mature or emotionally regulated way of handling it, but that's what he's going through here, right? Like, you'll wish you had a chance with someone he's sat there breathing right now. His entire nervous system is out of whack as he sat here typing these messages. I can imagine his palms are sweating, his hands are shaking, he's got this blood pressure is pumping where he's triggered. It's a threat. He's literally jumped into ultimate survival mechanism, right? And unfortunately, in a lot of these situations, a lot of people will just dive straight into attack mode, some defense, some attack, but one way or the other, it's just that's what he's doing here. I was giving you a chance, you effed it, kid. Okay, so I did not see that he had referred to her as kid. Yeah, you want to double check these things. Age gap relationships, they're not bad inherently necessarily. It's just, what kind of age gap is it in terms of what point of your life are you at? She's 28, he's 37. That's like a 9-year age gap. That's different to a 48 and a 57-year-old. Right? Or even a 38 and a 47-year-old. She is at a different point of her life than this 37-year-old. She is at a point where she's 28 and stuff. She's kind of probably just figuring out largely who she is in the wider world and what she wants and all of these things. He's probably at a point where he's tried and is realizing, oh no, I'm getting older and I'm on my own. And you are in this for two completely different reasons here. It was never going to match. It was never going to work in the first place. And you called her kid. I mean, you didn't call her kid until after the trauma response, essentially. Oh God. Oh, and then here's the other message from the American number, which is what he said. I got your name and I got your details. You'll see something later. And this must be what it is. I want to have a word with you about your behavior on dating apps. And if it's not possible through phone, it will be in person. So what you're going to do now is you're going to get this guy's number that you've clearly had in the WhatsApp. You're going to get this number here and stuff. And you're going to take all that information straight to the authorities, okay? It's about getting the process running. So you're going to send it as it comes. As it comes, you are going to put in the constant, so there is just constant evidence as well. Yeah, that last message is so effing menacing. I felt sick when I swiped and I saw it. This is beyond tantrum. Exactly. This is why women are afraid to reject men and ghost, because you never know when a polite rejection will turn into this sort of behavior. Ghosting sucks, but you know what else sucks worse? Stalkers. Exactly. And then this is the point that everyone makes, which is just topping it off perfectly at the bottom here. Men are afraid of women, laughing at them, but women are afraid of men unaliving them. It is a kind of a different wheelhouse. It's a very different experience. And it's not 100% across the board, 100 definite. Again, I think that we need to be able to learn how to have conversations without us all one way or all the other way. She's done the right thing by posting this here as well, right? People are less likely to act on their harmful and violent inclinations if they know that there are 1,000 people watching them. Do you know what I mean? I think the internet is really, really good now at calling these things to attention and stuff. So yes, with the authorities, yes, with your community and the people around you, yes, on the internet, yes. So we know that who you are, people know that you're there, people know that this is going on, and we could pay attention. You know, I really hope that you get some actual or like authority professional help here though. But yeah, it's just another example of what it looks like for somebody to be triggered. This is an example of what it looks like when we are emotionally unregulated, dysregulated. Why would anyone bother with this? Like, what is it that you're looking for that's on the other side of it that makes this worth it? They're either terrified of their partner, jealous, worried that they're going to leave, frantic about controlling them to stay. And for that reason, I'm out.